Our long and confusing gospel has stumped and created many scholarly discussions among the most notable biblical scholars, our own Father Jim included. And since I am nowhere near the biblical scholar level of Father Jim, who himself finds this passage confusing, I'm going to skip past the paradoxes and language issues to the end, where Jesus makes his point very clear. We cannot serve two masters. One of the few things that the scholars do agree on is that Jesus is talking about the problem of idolizing our possessions. Now, this is obviously still a problem today. As a society, we are much quicker and more patient standing in line for the new iPhone, but we will never wait in line for confession, even if there is no line. There's always a game, concert, reservation, or event that we will rearrange our whole weekend to attend. But when it comes to receiving the bread of life and communing with love, who is God and who also gives us eternal life, we get to that if there's time. And how many of us, myself included, have chosen the possession of our bed on a Sunday morning over seeing and receiving God incarnate, body, blood, soul, and divinity in the Eucharist at Holy Mass. We cannot serve two masters. And Jesus is not interested in halfway disciples. For those of you in the sacrament of marriage, how is your home life when you only give your spouse or your children part of yourself or just part of your time? It's not very good, is it? And how upset would all of you be if when you called the rectory wanting me to anoint your dying relative and I couldn't because I was off the clock? As a spouse, you're never off the clock. As a priest of Jesus Christ, I'm never off the clock. And we need to be 100% in as disciples of Jesus, who are never off the clock. When we stop giving Jesus 100%, that's when we fail against sinful temptations. When we're not praying every day, it's a lot easier to lust after our coworkers and neighbors. When we don't attend Sunday Mass, it's a lot easier to lie, cheat, and steal. When we don't go to confession, we justify every sin that we commit under the lie of, I deserve it, or who do they think they are telling me no, or it's mine. Give yourself 100% over to Jesus. And friends, take my word for it. You will be so happy and far better off if you live your life as a full disciple of Jesus. Do it. Start right now.